Hi everybody, so welcome to the latest instalment of At Home with Ross. So today we've got our guest accountant, Glyn Jelley from Summit Accountants. So thanks very much for coming today, Glyn.
No problem at all. Welcome to my bedroom.
So basically, we'll just jump straight in. Really, I suppose over like the last few weeks with what's been going on. I don't know if your business is anything like mine. We've been getting lots of inquiries from customers, sort of not knowing which way to turn on a few different areas. And I would imagine accountancy is similar, if not more intense at the moment. So if I can just hand over to you, really just to introduce yourself and your business, please.
Yeah, so as you said, my name's Glyn. I'm Managing Director of Summit Accountants. We're based in Chester and Media City in Salford. We act for just over 300 clients, varying from like sole traders, tax returns, all the way up to limited companies. And we offer a full range of packages, tax advice, accountancy, payroll, bookkeeping. Yeah, pretty broad, to be honest, and broad industries as well.
Great, okay. And how has the pandemic impacted your business?
Well, firstly, second day in, I shaved my hair off. So I have an isolation haircut. It's growing back now, which is quite nice, really, and I haven't shaved. But on the whole, it's been really strange for us. Yeah, we've had a lot of our clients have been struggling, especially like food and drink industry. They've just had their doors closed quite early. A lot of the staff are on weekly wages, and those type of staff go kind of hand to mouth with the wage that they receive. So those businesses have been trying to keep paying those staff because they've got nothing to live off, but they've had this long wait for money to come back in for furlough. So they've been really struggling. As a result, a lot of the work that we supply for them, so say like bookkeeping work and things, that's all stopped. So that's had an impact on, say, our bookkeeping staff. Yeah, it's been really strange. There's been the transition to having to work from home all the time. And to be honest, our staff have been brilliant, and our kind of focus has been on trying to support our clients to make sure they're impacted as least as possible, I suppose.
I suppose you've got a lot of different angles there. I mean, it's to manage because in your line of work, you're going to see lots of different types of businesses and the variance of impact, I suppose.
Yeah, it is really strange. Some sectors haven't suffered as much. We do a lot with like the TV and film sectors, and every single TV production pretty much has just stopped. Yeah. So that's caused a big impact because a lot of people aren't getting paid. A lot of people operate through small limited companies and they're getting no support. So they're pretty stressed as well. But yeah, it's really interesting.
On that note, then, because I've noticed the TV agenda hasn't been that great. So has that got something to do with it?
Yeah, probably. I'd imagine like channels like Dave are doing quite well with the repeats. Yeah, pretty much everything that's been filmed at the moment has been stopped. Luckily, there's quite a big lead time with things that have been made. So they're being rolled out at the moment. I think TV for children has tried to carry on best it can.
Yeah.
On the whole, it's a lot of it's been stopped. Very strange.
Yeah. Well, so like I said, like I'm sure you're busy answering lots of different questions, and you mentioned there about the small limited companies and the variants of different support that's been published by the government. And the self-employed sort of market is vast. I mean, obviously we deal with self-employed mortgages a lot, and it's quite difficult to sort of pigeonhole support for the self-employed. But you must have been getting lots of a range of different issues and questions from people. So what's your general like approach been to helping those clients?
Yeah, I think there's three main areas that we've been approaching it. So first and foremost, number one is that all the legal obligations still matter. So we've been making sure that our clients' legal obligations have all been met. Now, for these things in place where you can defer payments, so say for like that, you can defer the payments for them, but you still have to submit your VAT returns, you still have to submit your accounts. All these things still exist. So first and foremost, we've been making sure that all legal obligations have been met, and then that creates a peace of mind for our clients. The next part is information's key, really. So when so much uncertainty is going on, we want to make sure that all our clients know exactly what is being announced, what it means, and if it applies to them. So we've been releasing emails to our clients regularly. We've been kind of breaking down what the government's been saying. So a lot of it's headlines. So you hear about these headlines.
Yeah.
Doesn't really explain the nitty gritty or who it applies to. So suddenly you get like this influx of people who are going, oh, does that grant apply to me? Oh, am I going to get this? Am I going to get that? So we've been sending out these emails, splitting down what the government's saying, and then adding our own narrative to it to try and explain, what does apply to different clients, so they have a good understanding. I think once people understand what's going on, then it eases that kind of anxiety that goes with these uncertain times. And then the third area is, once they have that information, is implementing it. So we then contact our clients at the right time so that they know, right, this is what you're entitled to. We're going to apply for that for you, or this is what you're entitled to. We can't apply for that for you, but this is how you apply. Now, this is released on whatever date, and we're trying to make sure that everyone knows the information and that they're applying for the right things.
Yeah, I think we've done a couple of these interviews now, and there's a key theme that's coming out, and that's communication. I think social media can be excellent, can be amazing, can't it? Really, but you've got to be careful with it, because there's lots of different things coming out, lots of messages, and like I say, the headline effect can cause confusion. So I think, like I say, the clear messages, everybody's got that person there, i.e. yourself, or whoever that person may be, but speak to the professionals, I think is the key message, isn't it? And obviously with your newsletters, I think they're invaluable to your clients, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. There's been good feedback from them. I think sometimes it's a little bit information overload, but like I say, information's key. The more you know, the more comfortable you feel with the situation. You know where you stand. So it's that fear of the unknown, which I think worries a lot of people.
Yeah, and it's still ongoing, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah, massively.
So if I'm self-employed now, or a business owner watching this video, what would your sort of overview advice be to me?
I'd probably say, first and foremost, get good people around you. So whether that's a professional like an accountant, could be financial advisor, it might be a family member. It's always good to have someone to talk to in terms of that kind of worry that you have. So people will be sitting there stewing at home because they're isolated. They'll be wondering where they stand. They'll be having all these different feelings. They need to be able to speak to people about their business and bounce ideas off them. I think secondly is know those key facts, so that you can plan ahead, that you do know where you stand, so you do know how long your money's going to last you, so you do know what potential grants are going to come in the future. And I think to do that, you need your information up to date. And I'd say thirdly is use the time wisely. So especially self-employed people, they don't have teams of people around them. They're very busy people, and their whole focus is just doing the job that they're doing. So I think this is quite a rare situation where people have got some time, and I think it's using that time to your advantage. So whether that's having a rebrand, thinking of marketing strategies, how you can diversify to improve the services you supply in the future. I think all those things are important. As a person I have who's quite a good mentor, and he pointed out to me that Shakespeare, some of his best work was produced while he was in isolation, when there was a pandemic going on. And I think sometimes it can be quite good to step back in a situation like this and find a way to make your business better and then push on out the other side.
That's really, really interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Good stuff when he's in isolation. Yeah. I think that's a really, really interesting point, that actually. Because I think there's lots of stuff that's sort of coming out that's innovative across lots of different industries, and maybe the pandemic has prompted that. So obviously,
yeah, I think self-employed people and small businesses in general, although like big businesses have that kind of financial muscle, small businesses have quite a good advantage in the fact that they are small. They can change direction quickly. They can diversify really quickly. And I think sometimes in situations like this, it's a good opportunity to seize those little changes and change direction quickly and get ahead of competition.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Some really interesting points you make there. So thanks very much, Glyn. Thank you.
No problem.
And so what I'll do is I'll put the best ways to contact Glyn in the comment section below. And then, yeah, so if, like, you know, if you're sat at home, you're self-employed, you run your own business, or even, you know, thinking about entering the world of self-employment or running your own business in the future, I'm sure Glyn would be more than happy to take questions or any contact moving forward.
Yeah, by all means.
So, yeah, so thanks very much for coming along, Glyn, and yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No worries,
Take
take
care.
care. Bye.